I'm trying to accept this stuff. Let me see what it's acting crazy. Hmm. They say you unable to join. There we go.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Steph. How are you?
I'm good. How are
I,
you?
I am good.
Long
Thank you for
time
coming
no
on. I'm so
see. I
excited.
am excited too. Oh, I should have go live. Let me get my other phone so I could go live
Yes.
on TikTok. Top. Hold on, I
Okay.
forgot TikTok.
Yes. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Y'all give Steph one moment. She went to go get her other phone. What's up? What's up, Joseph? What's going on? Hey, cousin.
Okay, I'm back.
So, Stephanie, thank you for coming on tonight's with Rose. I'm so excited to have you. You like a real big boss, and I want you to tell the people who you are, what you do. Like, get the people to know what's going on with you.
Okay, y'all. So, hey everyone. My name is Stephanie. Everybody calls me First Lady. I am an entrepreneur, so I fix finances and figures. So if you need your finances fixed or you need your figure fixed, you need to lose some weight, gain some weight, get your body snatched, get to your bag, fix your credit, get your funding. That's what I do. I've been in the corporate world for 15 years as a vice president business manager. And now I own my own store here in Jacksonville, Florida in the Orange Park Mall. And I'm super excited to be on Night with Rose so you can talk, that real talk.
Period. That real talk.
They're real talk.
I love it. So you used to be in the banking industry, right?
Yes.
So you started in the banking industry. What kind of got you into that industry, and what brought you into the entrepreneur space?
So I've always wanted to be a banker. Like from the time I was in high school, I had three things I wanted to be: a nurse, a flight attendant, or a banker. Mind you, I hated math, but it was one of my things based on like, what teachers would say about certain occupations and they'll
Mm-hmm.
ask you like what do you want to do and stuff like that. So I decided that I wanted to be a banker. So after like leaving school and then I found out more about nursing, I'm like, oh, that's too much work, that's 12-hour shifts, I'm not doing that. So then I took a class and I actually have my certificate in travel academy. And I moved to New York. And then when I moved to New York, I was like, okay, I want to work in the bank because I really saw was a lot of that going on over there versus in Barbados. So then I decided to do that over being a flight attendant. And then afterwards, I got the opportunity to be a flight attendant, but I already started working with Chase. And then from there was just, growth of, different positions and doing different things within the company. Mind you, I had no degree. I dropped out of high school. I won't really say drop out. Like we had the option to back then, go to like a new upper fifth, and I decided I didn't want to. So, we just stopped at fifth grade, and I was pregnant at 17, had my son at 18. So it was definitely a shift. But I always wanted to do banking. I always wanted to do banking, so I just did it.
Wow. So you are from Barbados.
Yes,
When did you move to the States?
2006.
2006. So you were what, younger? I
I was
mean,
21 at the time.
21. You came by yourself?
Yep.
I didn't
My
know that.
I moved there with my dad um in 2006. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah, 2006. It's been a long time now.
So how was that transition coming from Barbados to America?
It was hard. It was definitely hard. It's different. I didn't really know much about New York besides like traveling to visit my dad sometimes. But I had to kind of get used to it. Because like I said, it was definitely different than the islands. So after a while, I just had to get adjusted. It was definitely hard. It was not an easy transition for me.
Especially coming New York. New York is a big city.
It's a big ass city. Yes.
So, and I've
It
never
was
been to
definitely
Barbados,
different.
but
Huh?
I can only imagine. Like that versus the island just sounds so different to
Yeah.
me.
I mean, the islands, like, for one, we don't have social security numbers.
Hmm.
We got something called national ID. So that's like to know who you are, but like credit and stuff like that, we don't have that in the islands. So getting into that in the United States and understanding how it works, and that was definitely a transition. The people are totally different. The weather, we have one type of weather all year round, and up here we got all these seasons. So it was, I was not used to that at all. I was not used to that. So it was definitely a huge transition for me.
So when you got to the winter time, you was like, "What is this?"
Yes, like literally. So no joke, when I moved there, it was November 26th, 2006. And then I applied at Chase. I got my interview. I started December 26th, 2006. So literally I was in the US for 1 month before I got my first job.
That's
That was the only place that
amazing.
I actually applied to. I never applied anywhere else but Chase. So it was just nothing but God. But after doing that, when I went to my interview, I left. I had this brown dress on with some brown heels, my bag, no stockings, no jacket, no nothing, because I didn't really know, about how cold it would be. I'm just an island girl, just green as hell. And I left to go for my interview, and it was starting to snow. And it started to get really, really, really cold. I was like, what is going on? Like, I see everybody looking at me like, girl, where is your jacket? Like, where is your gloves? Where is, like, what you think you're in the islands? So I had to learn a hard way about the weather change. But it was definitely a shocker for me. Like, it was not nothing easy. It was not a good transition.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
totally
definitely different.
different.
Yes.
Definitely. So you
Yes.
came over here, you applied to Chase. Literally a month later, you got the job, which is like that's uncommon favor.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's nothing but God, literally. So when you
Mm-hmm.
started in the banking industry, you said you were in the banking what, 15 years?
Yes.
So what were you doing in the banking industry?
So I started as a teller, and then I became a customer service rep, and then I became a personal banker, and then I became a business banker, and then I became a relationship banker, and then I became a relationship manager.
Oh, you did a
So
lot.
yeah, different
Quick.
levels, quick. Quick. It was
I like
definitely a
it.
fast transition.
I like it. That's dope. So what made you want to get really into the entrepreneurship? Did you start like coaching people in business, or what was it that got you here where you are now?
So as a vice president in business banking,
Mhm.
you are dealing with all business clients. So my job was dealing with clients from $0 to $10 million in revenue. We have to do site visits, meaning that we go to their business every quarter to check on them, make sure they need anything, get help them with whatever they're doing, help them get loans, line of credits, letter of credits, credit cards, merchants, the whole shebang. What got me into entrepreneurship was um one of my clients, one of my top clients. He was like, why don't you have your own business? And I was like, I mean, I have a job. I mean, I didn't think about owning a business. And he made a very valid point. He was like, what if they fired you? What would you do? Just go back and work for another company again? And I was like, yeah. He's like, no. He's like, you want to have your own. You said you're very smart, business. Start your own business. Make money. You'll make more money than you're making now. And I'm like, I never thought about that.
Mm.
So I actually went home and thought about it. And then the next year I started my business. And I realized what he was saying is actually very true. Because I was making more money than I was making for Chase while working for Chase and working for myself.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
definitely crazy.
And then, so when you started your business, you started in your garage. So
Yes. This actually,
tell me a little bit.
I
Tell me
actually
a little about
started.
that.
So I actually started in this office. It was not as nice as it didn't. It not even nice as this office right now. But this was a second living room, and I turned it into my office. I had a white sheet on the wall, which was my backdrop,
Mm-hmm.
a clothing rack, and I made it work. I turned it into my office space for my business. And then business started to grow, and I needed more space, so I cleaned out my garage and I turned my garage into my warehouse/store.
Mm-hmm.
And I started like speaking it, I started manifesting it, and I would never call it a garage. So every time I would like go live or do try on hauls or whatever, I would always say, okay, guys, I'm going into my store. I will see you
Mhm.
guys at 7 or whatever time I was. And like people like, store girl, you got a garage. What are you talking about? But some people would go along with it and people was talking shit. But I didn't worry about the ones that were talking negative. I just, continued to manifest it and speak it. And when I lost my job December 1st of 2020, when COVID happened, recession, all that stuff hit, they let me go. And honestly, I was not afraid. Like I literally was like, okay. I the next day I went back to sleep, and then the next day I woke up, I wrote my business plan, what I'm gonna do, and I executed. And by the next month, I was in the mall with a kiosk.
Come on, Steph. Talk that shit. I love that. Like, you are literally the definition of anything that you want, you can have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 1000%. You have to manifest it, you have to speak it, but most importantly, you have to believe it and
Mm-hmm.
actually go after it. It's a difference with saying what you want, but not really executing.
Mm.
It's a huge difference. So you can say what you want all day long, but if you're not putting the work to actually get it, you're not going to get it. You can dream all you want, right? And I realized that everything that I spoke that I wanted, I have it. So every time I said I was going to do something, I did it, and I realized it worked.
Mm.
So I just kept, putting in more work, which gave me more. So I went from, my kiosk in 2 months to a brick and mortar store in, 1,300 square feet, to in my third month being in the mall after, losing my job, to 8 months later, a 2,800 square foot store in the mall. So it's like, that
Major.
was just me, doing the work and, staying consistent and believing in myself.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
just me
What?
doing it by myself. I didn't have nobody to help me. I figured it out by myself. And what I didn't figure out, I paid somebody to help me. I paid for mentors, and they taught me what I didn't know, and it paid back for itself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's also a tax write off too. So it definitely, everything just worked out, the way it was supposed to.
Man, that's major stuff because I think that's a lot of people's like issues with going forward and doing more. Like people are scared. So how did you like not let fear consume what you were doing? Like like what does manifestation look like to you? Like,
You gotta be clear, right? So you have to have a clear and clean mindset. Where there's confusion, you need clarity, right?
hmm
And I feel like the people around you play a huge part in a lot of things that goes on in your life. So for me, I had a lot of confusion, meaning people, and I had to get rid of that confusion for clarity. And I pretty much became a loner. Like the friends, every time I asked, they were like, "No, I don't think you should do this." They never believed in me, even though they knew I had a really good job helping millionaires every day. It didn't see that I could do it for myself. So I had to get rid of the confusion to get clarity. And I prayed a lot. I asked God for guidance. I really and truly like just gave him the I just allow him to do what he needed to do for me. And I just follow his path. So if I prayed and I said, okay, God, I need some clarity, and something or somebody comes along and say something that I prayed about, I never looked at it as, oh, what a coincidence. Rose is talking about this, and I literally was praying about this last night.
mm
I like, okay, God, I see you. All right, let me go ahead and do this. And I
Wow.
allowed myself, and it took time to get to that. I'm not saying it's nothing that could, happen overnight, because it's not, right?
Right.
But when you have confusion, you need clarity.
Mm.
And sometimes it may not come from somebody, it comes from you. You got to like really sit back and like, okay, analyze your whole life, what's going on. Sometimes the right person may come along and help you with the confusion, but it's really you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I had to go through a lot of self development, and I had to remember who Stephanie was. I had forgot her. I lost her at one point. So I had to like sit back and be like, girl, you know who you are. Like, you're so smart. You're helping these people, you know, do all these things.
Uh-oh, I think she froze, y'all. Y'all give it a minute for Steph to get back in. I think she froze. How y'all liking her story so far? Steph is so amazing. Genuinely a nice person. Good people. Let me get this back connected. I love it. I love it too. Do you follow Steph? Yeah, and she got an event coming up in Jacksonville. If you can get to Jacksonville on the 2nd, she is having an event. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be so many decent people there, so many people you can connect with and grow with. I'm so excited. Once she get back on, yeah, I'm going to get her to tell y'all her whole story, talking about just a little bit of everything. Let me connect it. Yes, and I'll be looking for her every morning. Girl, me
Yeah.
too.
Girl, the iPhone said it's too hot. Temper is too hot in here. We gotta turn that heat down. iPhone said it is too hot in here.
But no, back to you what you were saying. So you definitely have to connect with the right people, and you got to get
Hmm.
out your own way. Is what I'm
Yes.
taking from that.
Yes, you have to. Self-development, I always recommend self-development. I always recommend people to get out of their own head and stop speaking negative about themselves. So a lot of times, like if we're having a conversation, you're like, oh no, I can't do that, or I don't know, or I'll try. And I'm like, you're speaking negative upon yourself before you even got started.
Mhm.
So when you do that, do you think that something positive is going to come out of it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's
So when
right.
you speak positive things about yourself, then positive things are going to happen. But you keep thinking and doing negative, negative is going to happen. And you're going to be like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. No, you didn't. You spoke it upon yourself. The tongue is very powerful. It's very, very powerful.
That's true. That's true. So, Steph, at what point did you feel like, okay, I have to develop myself to be better? Like, I have to really figure this thing out, or have you always been like this?
No, absolutely not. So for me, it all started when I left 5 year relationship that was abusive. Um, it was bad. So I kind of like lost myself a little bit,
Mm,
you know. I was depressed, suicidal, just kind of like in a really, really dark space. And I used to pray to God for help all the time. Every time it was bad, I was like, okay, God, this is okay, Lord, I'm coming to you one more time. Show me the way. Like, give me a sign if this is meant to be, is to be, or if it's not to be. And God would show me a sign it's not to be, and I would still stick beside him, right? Until it got really bad. And it got, he got abusive, and the cops came, and my kids was there, and it was just like really bad. And I had to be like, I had to think about my kids. I had to think about my
mm,
kids at that point because it was beyond me.
mm,
Um, but I was still in a dark space because even though he got arrested and charged with a monitor and everything, I was still in love. I was like, no, like, it's gonna be better. He apologized. I took him back. I dropped charges. I did everything that I probably should not have done because I was still in a dark space. It was like one
yeah.
foot in, one foot out, and it never stopped. So it was kind of like, okay, Steph, I had to give myself that moment to look in the mirror and be like, girl, do you know who you are? This is not you. This is not for you. And you need to do something about it. So eventually I just got enough strength to just walk away and never look back. And at that moment, I decided to not date, not talk to any person, just work on myself. And I did that for 4 years. And every time that I worked on myself throughout that time period, things just got better and better and better and better. And it was just like elevation after elevation after elevation. So I was like, finally, it's like this breakthrough, like, this is it. So for me, it was just like at that point when I realized, like, I finally remembered who I was, set standards, set boundaries, never settled. Everything changed. My
Mm.
mindset changed, my attitude changed, everything. I just changed, like a whole different woman. I was just a whole different woman. I did not allow anybody to get to me to where I'm ready to cuss you out, tell you about your mama. Like, that was the old me, and I had to just, I was just so angry and bitter.
Yeah.
If you look at me too hard, I'm ready to fight. Like, what's up? You want to do something about it? But
Mm.
it was just because I was not in a good space. So
Wow.
everything was just like, I felt like was attacking me.
Mm.
And I had to really like check myself. I'm like, this is not you. This is not who you are. And you need therapy. You need help. And I did therapy, and that definitely helped me. And I just became a whole different person, like a whole different person. So when I went through that process and the self development, I just started doing more things and involving myself around the right people and networking and, just doing more, and more positive things just started happening. So it was kind of like it takes time to get there. It's nothing that can be done overnight. But I promise you, if you allow yourself, you allow God to help you, and you follow through with those voices, you
Mhm.
know, you would definitely make it. I promise you. I promise
Yeah,
you.
that's good. That's good stuff. So when you talk about, I mean, you talk about God a lot. So I know that you are very spiritual,
Yeah,
religious.
I don't
You
play by
love
my
God.
God. Like, he got
Period.
me here. I don't play by him. He know I cuss a little bit, but he know my heart. He allowed
Exactly.
me. He know my heart. He allowed me to be me, and I love
Mhm.
that. Right?
Mhm.
He allowed me to be me, and he also uses me, even though I cuss a little bit. I know when and where, and then God has really been using me, and I've been tested a lot.
Mm.
Because sometimes when you're tested, you don't even know you're being tested if your mind is
Mhm.
not open, and you become very disobedient, right? But
Mhm.
when you realize that you're being tested and you actually follow through, he never fails you. So it becomes a
Right.
pattern that every time it happens, then this is the outcome. You're like, okay, wait a minute now. Like, okay, this ain't normal. Like, something is happening. And
Mhm.
that's when I realized I was being tested, and I passed every single time. I failed one time, but he retested me like right after. And I was
Mhm.
like, okay, wait, hold on. That's just so weird. It just came right after. And I did what he told me to do, and it was literally like the right answer. It was crazy. So after that, I was like, okay, I see what it is.
Yeah.
So every time he told me to do something, say something, I don't care where I could be. I could be in the middle of Times Square, and he told me to get on speaker and say something, I'm going to do it
That's amazing. That's
because it's always on point. So whenever you get those little voices, that's telling you to do something, do it, because the voice you tell is I don't know how to explain it, but I have Stephen and Stephanie. Stephen
mhm.
is the devil. Stephen be like, don't do it. Don't do it. Bite that apple. It's okay. Right?
Mhm.
And Stephanie is like, girl,
Don't
don't do
do it.
that thing. Yeah, like, girl, if you
Mhm.
don't, like, you could tell the difference,
Yeah.
right? So you would know your personas, like you would know Stephen from Stephanie, whoever you want to call him. And it's so clear.
Mm.
It's clear as if we're just talking literally. It's so clear. And you just have to listen.
Yeah.
You just have to listen and be obedient, and everything will work out the way that you need it to work out. Not what you want is what you need. It's
Yeah.
gonna work out.
It's funny you say that stuff because when I think about like a lot of people and their relationship with God, you know how you were able to go through these trials and still come out and still be a believer and just let it make you stronger. But some people start to like resent God, right?
I would say the reason, because I've been there,
Yeah.
when you're going through hard times, when you feel like you're in a dark tunnel and you cannot see,
Hmm.
and bad shit is happening in that time, you're like, okay, God, what's up? Like, you supposed to be big God, and you got me going through this dark tunnel with no direction, no light, no nothing. Like, why me? Like, what's up with that? Right? you get mad because you're already frustrated. You're already mad, and then something else happens on top of it. You're like, okay, God, you're not even real. Because right now, if you was real, you won't let this. You would not allow this to happen to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that's because you haven't found
Mm-hmm.
yourself, right? You're not a true believer because and it's okay because I've been there. You know what I mean? I'm not here to tell people, what they're doing is wrong or right. It's just it's gonna take time for you to become a true believer.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you're going through something good or bad, you're never gonna be like, God, why me? Or what's up? I thought you was big God. Like how you gonna allow this? No.
Yep.
I accept everything that happens to me, good or bad, in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never really bad,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always to teach you a lesson. And I always tell my people this. I say, listen, when you're going through something, it is not a bad thing. It's something to correct you from what you're doing. But
Mm-hmm.
it just happened because you don't listen, right? If you listen and you do what you're supposed to do, it's you. Sometimes we as human we feel like we're always right. We're perfect. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have no flaws. The issue is you, not me. When really and truly, baby, the problem is you. You gotta check yourself. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You gotta like reality check yourself. Like you lazy, and it's okay. Fix it though. You know what I mean? So it's like when you not a true believer, then you're gonna question God, why me? But God gonna be like, why not
That's
you? Because I know
right.
you can handle it.
That's
I
right.
know you could get through it. So why not you? Right? So I don't question no more. Like I used to because I didn't understand. I know no better.
Mm-hmm.
But once you take that self development and you take care of yourself and you really just like allow God to give you that clarity where there's confusion, is even in a dark space you're gonna see light.
That's true. That's true. I agree 100%. Like wholeheartedly, stuff. You're saying nothing wrong. And then I'm sure, like even when you were going through the situation, with your ex and being in an abusive situation and things like that, do you believe like some of that stuff that you go through, it literally makes it better for you? Like it's working out for your good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No.
Like the thing is with my ex, they all start sweet and then they get sour.
Of course.
So I mean, that's just how relationships go, right?
Hmm.
But we also see red flags that we like, oh, it's not a red flag, that's a green flag, right? And we ignore them, right? So from my experience in my past relationship, I saw red flags, but I ignored them. When I was supposed to turn my head and walk away, I turned my head and ignored it and allowed it to happen.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, when we're going through something, it's like I allowed it to happen because I didn't know who I was.
Hmm.
I allowed him to tell me what to do, go left or go right, where this, where that. Like, don't talk to this person, don't talk to this. Like, I allowed that, right? I have a life. Men are not allowed to control you to that extent where you
That's true.
forget who you are, or you are not supposed to love somebody else more than you love yourself.
That's
I
good.
would never tell anybody, oh, you should love your man more than you love yourself. That's crazy. You
Hmm.
have to love yourself more than you love anybody else. Because it's like if you're not strong enough to deal with people or even your kids or take care of anybody else, it's like building a house on a sinkhole. It's going to sink. It may not sink right away, but if you put that house in a sinkhole, the clock is ticking and eventually it's going to fall in, you know? But it's like you know better, but you don't do it because you love this person more than you love yourself, and you can't. I ain't gonna say you can't. You should not love somebody more than you love yourself.
I agree.
So I was able to learn from that relationship. I don't regret anything, because I allowed certain things to happen when I should not have allowed certain things to happen.
Hmm.
And moving forward in my life now, it will never happen again
Yeah.
because I have control of me.
Hmm.
I have control of me and I love me more than I will love anybody else, even my kids. Because in order for me to love my kids is the way I want to be loved. I always say this as a woman. I can't speak for every woman because I will never. But
Hmm.
for me, if I'm dating a man, I cannot expect him to bring me flowers every Sunday and I don't do it for myself. I get me fresh flowers every Sunday. I go to the fresh market. If I miss a Sunday because I'm doing something else, I go Monday. But guess what? Every Sunday I'm gonna have me some fresh flowers,
Mm.
right? And when a man comes into my life, he gonna see I take care of me.
Mm,
I do other things for me.
that's good.
So therefore, he's gonna pick up where he needs to pick up. If he see me getting fresh flowers every Sunday, he's like, okay, Steph love fresh flowers. Let me go get some fresh flowers. But sometimes some women, they expect men to do things that they don't even do for themselves. You want a boss man, but you want to lay up and be lazy. Like, that don't make sense to me. Don't judge me. That's just my
Facts.
opinion. That's
Facts.
my opinion. So for me, I had to love me unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
So when I attract a man, he can love me unconditionally, and I
Mm,
can tell it's genuine versus some bullshit.
facts.
Cause I could see it from a mile away. I'm like, baby,
I
go somewhere with
don't want
that. I don't want
it.
it. Find
No,
somebody else.
thank you.
No, thank you. Right? No matter how
Right.
much money you got, you will realize that. But if
Yeah.
you don't, and some man say, "Oh, I'll buy you a Coach watch. I'll buy you a Coach bag." Oh, really? Oh my God, it's like, yeah. Like, you get all big headed butterflies because he calls them little dollars. No, if somebody walk up to me now, "Oh, buy you a Coach watch," I'm like, I could buy myself a Coach watch, and I'd be cocky, but
Right.
you can't buy me.
Right.
You can't buy love. You shouldn't buy love. That's not love.
Yeah.
I want genuine love. So it's like it literally taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. So now I don't go looking for it. It attracts to me
Mm,
because that's what I do for myself.
that's good. That's good.
That's what I do for myself. So that's just my opinion, and that's what I learned from it. And I've learned a lot that
Mm-hmm.
now I'm able to be a better woman, a better future wife, a better girlfriend, a better mother, a better friend. Like, everything that happened to me, I literally look back and I'm like, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I get it.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
that's good. So
that's my
speaking of
opinion.
speaking of dating stuff, do you feel like with you being a successful entrepreneur and you being like an independent woman who can do things on your own and take care of yourself, do you feel like the dating space is like hard?
It's not hard, but it's a lot of bullshit out there, girl.
A
Like,
lot.
listen,
We
it's a
need to
lot
go
of
into story.
girl. It's a lot of hold on, let me put my phone in charge. It's a lot of craziness out there in the world.
Mess,
There's some great men
crazy.
out there, don't get me wrong.
Where they at?
Um there's a few. There's a few. There's a few. I actually met a guy that I knew. He was actually my neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 years ago. I've been in this neighborhood since 2015. So, and he's a great person.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some good men out there, right? Like 2 years later, I'm not talking to this guy, and he's definitely one in a million. I would
Okay.
definitely say that.
I like
Definitely
that
one
for
in a
you.
million.
Okay.
But there were some men that I've talked to, and they're not honest. I feel like most of them were very intimidated by me because I'm a boss, right?
Mm,
And they tell me I look it without even trying to look it. They were like, "Oh, I could tell you about your shit. Like, I ain't gonna play," but they will still try to play with
right.
you, right? Um, they don't know how to be themselves. They are
Mm,
very intimidating. So most of the times when I would meet some guys, I'm like, they were like, "Oh." Before they even say their name, their date of birth, they're like, I got 4 businesses, 5 cars, $1 million. Like, I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, did I ask you all that? Like, so, and then there's some that just not honest. They married and still trying to talk to you. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going, where they at? They sold out. eBay sold out. Amazon sold out. They backed up. Like, where they at? Like
like
it was,
what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah. Like what's up? Like where the good men at? But I stopped looking though.
Mm,
I stopped looking. I did not look for nobody.
yeah.
Is I was like like that ain't it. I stopped looking. So when I stopped looking, I'm like they gonna find me. I ain't gonna go looking for nobody because
That,
I'm gonna attract that type of man that I would need in my life. Not that I want, that I need, and he's gonna come. The
mm,
right person's gonna come to me.
that's
So
good.
I don't advise go looking.
Mm.
My mama said, don't go looking for what you didn't put down. You know what I
You
mean?
said we at home.
Yeah, that is true. They at home and they're not on social media. They
Mm,
are not. They at home and they're not on social media. All the other ones outside, and they ain't the one. They ain't the ones that we want, right? And that is very true. They at home. They doing their thing. They don't have no social media.
mm,
So I always say, don't be who you want to attract.
yeah.
And the right one is going gonna come to you, and you're gonna know that's the one. No hesitation. You're gonna know that's the one. That's what I would say.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's talk about fashion dolls, and let's get into this. So you had this video that went viral on TikTok, million plus views, because the body is snatched, the body is bodying. Tell us about this, because I know everybody want to know your story about how you got your body done and all this and all that. Girl, tell us how this happened and what made you do it.
Okay, so I've always the first thing I did, I had LASIK surgery done 2015, I think, because the girl can't see. She had 20/20 vision. So it was the first thing I did. I had LASIK surgery done. It only lasts 5 years. Now girls still can't see. I gotta squint to see from far. So that was a waste of money. I wouldn't really advise it. Just get contacts and glasses. That's just my opinion. Um, and then I never had boobs. So I was always little with boobs. I was an A cup, and from school,
Girl,
I always wanted
I could have
boobs.
gave you some of mine.
Girl, I always used to like stuff my bra with toilet paper to make it look like I had boobs. So I was always like, when I get older, if these things don't grow, I'm gonna buy some. Um, so eventually, when I could afford it,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I got done. It was the first thing was my boobs, and then after I got my boobs done, I had kids. Of course, I had two
Mm-hmm.
boys, and the body changed, and the tummy wasn't giving flat no more. And I was like, okay, now I got these titties. This good gotta go. And I had a tummy tuck done. It wasn't a very good job, so I had to fix it. So the next year I fixed it. Um, and then it wasn't really the result I was going for, so I started waist training. And then I found the surgery community, got into that, and realized there were 10,000 plus women who were going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was struggling, everybody trying to figure it out. And that's when the light bulb went off. Was like, okay, I'm going to offer my help because, I was looking like this, but I started waist training and now I'm looking like this. And these girls are complaining, looking like how I used to look. So let me help. Let me offer my help. And I started offering my help and going live and talking about it. And the next thing you know, I got 10,000 girls on my page asking for help. And then I'm like, okay, like, wow, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
And then after that of, helping these girls every night, they became like sisters. Like we just had a bond that I cannot even speak of. These girls were there for me every single day. We go live, we would talk, we would have girls talk late at night, and they were like my biggest supporters. We all supported each other. Um, and then they even pushed me to create my app boards. That's how my app board came about. When we all was struggling with the results, we are like, okay, Steph, you the creative one. You need to create an app board. And I was like, I am a creative one. Let me make some up. And I did, and I designed it. And my ex at the time, like he drew it out. It was like, okay, this is what you want. Like, yeah, just like this. And we cut it out and we made up one, which is the one I wear all the time. And I sent out to a few girls, and it was like, oh my God, Steph, look at my results. And I was like, wait a minute. So I sent out to some more, and they got great results. And they was like, okay, Steph, I need a long torso one. Make a long torso. And I was like, long torso? They said, yeah, like 11 to 12 inches longer. I was like, did that. They was like, game changer, Steph. That's it. And it went crazy. It was literally like, I had sold over 5,000 of these things
Wow.
in the community alone. No social, no marketing, no emails, no ads, just this community alone. I was making them by
That's
hand. I
crazy.
was making them by hand. I couldn't make them fast enough. And I was like, I gotta patent this thing. Cause now people started copying me. You know how that goes.
Mm.
So I was like, I need to patent this thing, but I never told anybody. I just kept it to myself, and I hired a lawyer. It was very expensive. I didn't have the money made in a business yet because we just got started.
Right.
I was making like $500 a month, but then I started selling the outboards. I started making more money with the outboards, but it wasn't to that amount to pay a lawyer. So I had savings, and I just paid the lawyer to get it patent. And he was like, yeah, this is a game changer. Like, there's nothing like it. And I was like, good. And it got approved. So then I started selling like crazy. And I couldn't make enough. I had to find a manufacturing company, which I found. Now I have my own manufacturing company that makes them for me.
That's
So it
amazing.
literally came out as from the community. When I always say shout out to my community um, for pushing me, and that's when I say you got to have good people around you that believes that you could do something. They
Mhm.
believe that I can make a game changer, and I did. And it was the first black ad board that ever existed, and it's also the first ad board to have to come in two sizes, long and short. There was only one standard size.
Period.
So I was actually the first and the only black woman out of 50 United States that actually owns an ad board, a patent ad board.
Put some
So
respect on your
put
name.
some respect on my name, please,
Period.
and
Don't
thank
play with
you.
her.
Don't play with me.
Yes.
So that was literally like the game changer. Then we started
Mhm.
wholesaling to like massage therapists, recovery houses, doctors is next, and we have like a whole list of like 100 plus doctors that we be working with. So it's definitely going in the right direction, but it all started out with a vision, just like just talking about. I wonder if this can help, and just turn that vision into reality, and it was a game changer from there. Thank
So literally though,
y'all.
you going through your surgery and it not starting off the way that you wanted it to be. You didn't get the results that you really truly wanted from it, but it actually birthed what
Yeah,
you have going on.
it actually
That's
birthed
crazy.
exactly. It actually birthed, so it turned into like getting my body done for me. Because I wasn't in love with the mommy tummy. That didn't work out properly, so I went back and got it fixed. And then it was like, okay, the surgery is cool, but the result wasn't giving what I would see on social media. Like I see the snatched waist, but girl, those were Photoshop, child. It was not even real. So it's like, you learn over time, but that's the look I was going for. And I was like, well, I'm a waist train and get my waist like that girl. And over time, it literally just started doing. So everybody was like, "How the hell you get your waist that small? Like it's unheard of. Nobody got their waist that small naturally. Even if you take off all this stuff, your waist is still like 18 inches. How?" I would literally get stopped in public every single time. Oh my God, are you real? Like, is that real? Can I touch it? Can I take a picture? Non-stop, girls, like non-stop.
That's
And I
crazy.
was like, oh my God. Like, and then everybody was like, I want it, I want it, I want it. So that's how I designed my waist belt. My waist belt is also designed because they didn't have any like it, and I wanted a specific style and material to give the compression
Hmm.
and not feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
And you can adjust it. So I designed that, got my manufacturer made it in short and long torso because, of course, there's no waist trainer belts that comes in two sizes. It's always one size. So I also design and own my belt as well. So it's a long torso and a short torso because women are taller. They have long torsos, and there's some women that are short and they got short torsos. So my belt comes in two sizes. Normally, waist trainer belts comes in one size. I'm the only company that have a waist trainer belt comes in two sizes.
It's
The
giving
belts.
legendary. It's giving making
It's given.
history. Put
It's
her in the
given. You
history
you
books
can look it
because
up. You can look it up. All the belts
period.
come one size, one standard size. They do not come in long or short. So
Wow.
I knew what my girls needed. That's the difference between my company and any other company is I understood, and literally I literally, how was the word, studied women.
Mm.
I studied the women from the community. So if there's 10,000 women like this that have this need, we're talking about a whole world that don't know about me, or I don't know about them, or they don't know about my product. Imagine if 10,000 people right now is saying I need this. Just imagine how much more outside of the community needs my product,
Hmm.
right? And that's when I made my page public and started offering my help to everybody
Wow.
because I understood what women needed, not what we
Hmm.
wanted, what we needed to get the results after surgery. And then women started using my products who didn't have surgery and still see results. I was like, okay, so we on to something. And I started offering to women who did not have the body done and they would get the same results. I was like, okay, yeah, this is a game changer. And it went crazy from there.
Wow. And your product really works. Like the reviews that you have are real life reviews. It's not
Real
like those
life.
people
No,
that are just
listen. The difference me and other companies, I actually have real people, real results. My results are organic. I don't pay an influencer to put my stuff on and go tell you, hey, it feels so good. It looks so good. It's real people who come in my store and pay me and give their opinion or their feedback honestly. And I record it because that's what people need. People don't need fake. People don't need, you know, $2 million influencer to come and say, to fake workout in the gym and be like, oh God, this belt is so good, y'all. I go get it. Like, that's not authentic, because I'm the type of person, I'm very authentic. So I don't want somebody to buy something from me with their hard earned money to
Mhm.
then go home and be like, this shit don't even work. Like, and
Fact.
then start talking bad about my product. So I'm very authentic when it comes to my product, and I love my women to the point where it's like, I'm a woman, so I think about how my women think,
Hmm.
and I know like they could tell fake from real.
Hmm.
So whenever I have a customer come in, I will make sure it's okay to record, and I said, because I already know, I see the body, I'm like, oh, she would look so good in this. I could do this, and I would make that frontal smile. I already have it in my head from the time I see them. So I would say, okay, is it okay if I record? And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And then I would do. I don't tell them what to expect. I say, "Do you trust me?" And she like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here, because I heard about you." I said,
Hmm.
"Okay," and I will record their natural feedback, their natural expressions. And when they realize what the products do, they're like, "Oh my God!" Like the last lady I posted like 2 days
She was so,
ago, she
so
was
happy.
she was so happy because she's a mom. She had the
Hmm.
mommy tummy, and it wasn't given in the dress. She loved the dress, but she was just like, this tummy gotta go.
Hmm.
But she wanted to go out tomorrow. We can't do nothing. We ain't got no magic wand over here. But the magic wand is a waist trainer. And I put her in it, and her frown went instantly to a smile. Her husband was like, what?
That's
We need that. He's
crazy.
like, can we buy that? I say, she sure can buy that.
That is
Like, he was so
crazy.
happy for her, and she was so happy. She was like, wow, I cannot believe, you can't even tell I have a waist trainer on. Like, her confidence went from like 10 to like 1,000.
Facts.
And that's what I love about my products and my business. My customers are priority.
Hmm.
I don't just sell products, and I don't like selling, period.
Hmm.
Anytime I post, I'm always teaching and educating about how my product can help you. You decide if it's for you or not. But I'm not a seller. I want to see results. So I'm very authentic. I'm very truthful. If you ask me, hey, Steph, can I wear this? I'm like, no, but you could wear this. I'm
Hmm.
not just going to sell it to you because I want to make money. I'm not money hungry.
Mm. And that's what I love about you, Steph, because you can actually see it in the work that you do. It's not all about the money.
No.
Like, it's more about the impact and how you truly make people feel and how what their results are. And you can literally see that in all your business.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, when you're passionate about what you do, the money is gonna come. So for me, I don't have to worry about the money because I know it's gonna come, because I'm very passionate about what I do, and I put my customers first.
Mm.
Because guess what? If I stay true to myself and I help my customers become happy and they're loving my product, guess what? They're gonna tell their mama, their auntie, their cousin, their girlfriend. They're gonna tell everybody, so now it's a referral. So now everybody gonna come buy from me. What did I get? I get paid,
Yep.
right? But if you fake it and you don't really put the customer first and it falls through the cracks, guess what they're gonna say? Oh, that don't even work. Oh, girl, I did this. Girl, don't buy that. Like, now you ruining your reputation. So I always believe, and I always tell my girls, be very authentic with your products, whatever it is, a service, a product. Put the customer first,
Mm-hmm.
because that customer who bought from you once is going to buy from you again and again, and they're going to refer people, and now they become a part of your family, whatever you call them. You're going to get paid.
Yeah.
You're going to get paid. But if you just worry about the money, you will always be struggling with your business,
Mm.
because you're not putting the customer first. You're not putting their needs ahead of a dollar.
That's true. Very true. Very, very true.
So I've been doing
So,
that since day one, because I was doing it for free. Like, I was doing consultations with the girls for free.
so
If
you
anybody
gave
follow
your
me,
gift
they
before
they
you
see
actually
me.
started making
Before I
money.
even had a business,
Mm.
I was doing it for free. I would get on live and I would say, okay, who need help? They would come on live and they would show me what's going on. I was like, okay, you should do this, you should do that, you should go buy this. Like, I was referring other people products. until I
Mm.
realized everybody was go to first lady, go to first lady, go to first lady, go to first lady, go to first. I was like, okay, wait, hold up now. I gotta do something about this because I'm referring this stuff to people. I'm not like I need my own brand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's when I started creating, my brand, my trainers, my ad boards, the ACE, everything, my own brand. And I was like, okay, I could actually start add this to my business. And literally it was it was a game changer. It was a game changer from there. Like I love my girls. Like I'm not afraid to talk about surgery. People are like, how are you so confident to talk about surgery and post your body? And I'm like, I don't care about nobody. Like
You
I'm
are.
me. Like I don't care what you say, he say, she say, cause guess what? I know my target audience. They know me. So when
Mm.
I come on live or I post my body, the people who get it, get it. The ones that
Mhm.
don't, I don't worry about them.
It
They're
ain't
not
for
my
you.
target audience. Ain't for
Exactly.
me. Everybody's not for you.
Hmm.
So if you worry about everybody, you gonna go crazy. You ain't gonna have no
Yeah.
business. So I focus on who my target audience is. I talk to them. I attract them. They talk back. I'm good.
Mm.
All the rest that say, "Oh yeah, your body done. Oh, you're fake. Oh, you photoshopped your waist. It cannot be that small. Oh, you had surgery. Oh, you had." I don't worry. I block them out. Block, delete, keep it moving
Hmm.
because they're not my
Because they
target
worrying about the wrong
audience.
thing anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you're not my client. So I'm
Mm.
not worried about you? So it's like you gotta understand business that way as well. That's why I tell all my mentees, do not worry about likes and comments,
Mm.
right? I have 100,000 people that follow me. I have 500,000 that don't follow me that watch my page in the last 30 days.
Mm.
When I post content, if I get 2 likes or no likes, 1 comment or no comment, I'm not worried
Yeah.
about that. You know what I look at? How many people seen my video?
Mm.
How many views did I get? How many eyes looked at me? That's what you need to worry about. Go look at your analytic reports every single night. It tells you. So I literally, that's all I worry about is how many people see me.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I had a company that collaborated, I collaborated with them on a toy. I just posted like the other day. They got 145,000 people. It's a very big company, right? But they only got 145,000 people. And they emailed me and they say, "Hey, Stephanie, we would love to collab with you. I love how authentic you are. I love how real you are in your content.
Yes.
I love your content. You're all about women. Can we send you a product to promote and pay you?" Absolutely. But I'm like,
Why not?
damn. But the thing is, they don't follow
Yeah.
me. They don't follow
Mm.
me, right? They
But
never
they still
comment.
watching.
They watching.
Mm.
They watching. Second example, Duchess from Black Ink. One day she made a live mowing her lawn. Guess what she had on? My waist trainer. Guess what? She do not follow me. She never commented, but she purchased. I went in my Shopify and verified her name. She purchased my waist trainer,
Wow.
and she don't follow me. She
Mm.
never commented. She never asked me a question. She bought my product. She see me. So why
Mm.
y'all worrying about likes and comments? That's not important. Post your
Be
content.
consistent
People are
is
watching.
what it sounds like.
People are watching you when you even think nobody watching you, baby. I promise you, somebody watching you.
Mm.
So you always
That's good.
have to be yourself, be authentic, and market your business every single day because people are watching you. I get email collaborations all the time. Somebody sent me a whole machine. Hey, we love your content. They don't follow me. They
Mm.
paid me to make videos for them to collaborate with them. They don't follow me.
That's good.
So when I tell you don't focus on the likes and the comments, because people are like, oh, you got these followers and only got 100 likes. Okay, and you worry about the wrong thing.
You're worrying about
That
the
don't get
wrong
you
thing.
paid.
Mm-hmm.
That don't get you paid. You know what gets you paid? You posting and talking about your products or your service because people are watching. Look at your analytics. It
Mm.
tells you every single time somebody looks at your page, how many people are looking at you.
Mm.
Realistically, for me, 750,000 in the last 30
Jeez.
days.
That's major.
So
That's major.
don't worry about likes and comments. Post your content. Market your business every single day. That's it.
Mm.
That's all what I'll say.
That's good. I like that. Divine Princess said, "Can we hop on the live? I need help." She needs some help, sis.
She probably talking about like
She needs some
surgery.
help with waist training. She needs you to get her body right. That's what she's talking about.
I got you, sis. You can send me a DM. So the thing is, I had stopped doing the lives, having people come on about surgery because now everybody follow me. They got men on here, people weird on
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
And I don't want you to put yourself out there, like your body and, like I don't want you to put yourself out there. I'll do it, but I want to protect my girls.
yeah,
So I have a surgery community. If you want to be a part of my surgery community, I'm gonna start back going live in my surgery community. So and it's private and it's all women, just like back in the day. I'm gonna start going back live in there, and you be more comfortable because it's like the old days. We all have surgery. We all, show our body. So you can join that page, or you could just send me a DM. You know and I'll help you. But I don't do it on my page anymore because it's open and it's not like back in the day. It's not like 2018, 19. Times have changed. People are
yeah,
weird. They had weirdos back then, but it's not the same. Like now it's totally
yeah.
different. So I don't want to put you out there like that.
So let me ask you a question. So you know how you just so open about like your surgery and just like I mean you're very authentic. Like you are very much yourself. Why do you feel like people hide the fact that they have surgery or like they're just so afraid to tell the truth?
Because again, they need self development.
Mm-hmm.
When you know yourself, right, and you believe in yourself, you do not care what somebody else say about you.
Yeah.
But when you don't know yourself, you're so worried about how Rose gonna feel, how Zion gonna feel, how this person gonna feel, what they gonna say, how they gonna like you worry about everybody else but you. I
Mm.
had to work on myself to get to that point where I did not give two hoops, baby,
Mm-hmm.
what you said about me. It's not gonna make me lose no sleep. It's not going to, make my head hurt. It's not gonna allow me to not want to post. It's not gonna let me to want to hide my body. I don't care.
Mm.
Simple. I don't. You don't pay my bills. You don't cook for me. You don't work for me. You don't do anything for me. So why do I care about your opinion? It's irrelevant. It's like an asshole. Everybody got one,
And do.
right? So it's like you cannot allow somebody else's opinion to be yours.
That's good.
That's their opinion. That's not mine. That's how you feel. That's not mine.
That's
My opinion is the only one that matters, not yours. You can say what you want, but you don't know me and I don't know you,
good.
right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's like I don't allow people negativity to get to me. I don't care what they say. I block and delete.
Mm-hmm.
I might cuss you if I feel like it, but and then block you real quick. But I don't let it spoil my day. I don't let it
Right.
stop me from posting my body. I am who I am. You see what you see, you see what you get. I'm not gonna fake it till you make it. I'm not going to pretend I'm somebody and I'm not. Like, I'm a businesswoman. I'm always about my business, but I may twerk a little bit. You're gonna see, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the real me,
Yeah.
right? Like I like hookah, I like mimosas, I like wine. I go to the club every now and then, not too often.
Right.
But if I feel like celebrating one of my successes, I'm gonna go to the club, pop some bottles, shake my ass, and then come home and get ready for work the next day and handle business.
That's it. That's
But
it.
I'm gonna show it to you. You're gonna see. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
judge me, you could judge me. But again, I don't care.
Period.
I I don't, because who are you to judge, right? The
That's right.
thing is, I'm open with it. I'm showing you who I am. There's
Mm-hmm.
others that hide behind the scenes. You don't know they go to a club and shake their ass and smoke hookah and drink wine or take
Mm-hmm.
shots. They're not
Mm-hmm.
showing that to you, right? But if you watch, I've been doing it since I had my social media page. I show you good, bad, and ugly. But now there's a trend everybody's doing now. Who do you think is handling your business? They're all professional, and then when they fast forward, they twerking their ass. They doing the do. It's a trend now, a TikTok trend for that.
Wow.
It shouldn't take a trend to show people who you are. You are human.
Just
It
be
shouldn't take
yourself.
a trend for somebody to show you, oh, I could be a lawyer, but I still twerk my ass at night sometimes if I feel like it. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be a trend. That's who I am. I'm a post twerking my ass if I want to. I'm a post being a boss. I'm a post people that I've helped make money and help them with their business. I'm a post everything,
Yeah.
because if I'm gonna be authentic, then be authentic. Don't just put on a professional hat for the gram, but real life, you a gangster.
That's it.
That's just
That's
my
it.
opinion. Everybody may not do that again because they're not confident.
Yeah.
You have to have that type of confidence that you on that level. It's certain ways. That's why people respect me and they love me because I'm authentic. I'm very
Very,
authentic.
very, very much so. From day one when I met you, I was
From
like,
day
I
one.
like her.
From day one.
From
I'm not gonna
day
front. I
one.
just not. What you see is what you get. You like me or you don't. Everybody not gonna like you. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everybody's not gonna like you. And we're not in a world to please
Fact.
people. You gotta stop wanting to please people. You gotta please yourself. You gotta make yourself happy. Whatever that may look like, you do that. They gonna either like you or they don't.
That's it. That's it.
It's
I
simple.
love your energy stuff. Exactly. She's so bomb.
I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Hey,
I love
Squeeze.
it. So tell us real quick, Steph, before we get out of here, because I want to be able to save this live. But how did you wind up getting into TLC? And let's talk a little bit about TLC because you done brought me back, and I love TLC low key.
Come on back,
And
honey. Come
you
on
know,
back to with the
I'm
winning
just
side.
I'm ready to do some things differently. I gotta learn. I'm glad that I have you as my coach. Like I truly, genuinely, really, really love everything you do. So I'm excited to just be able to learn from you. And I think it's gonna be a good experience this time. But let's talk a little bit about total life changes because it's been all over lately. It's a lot going on. Let's talk about that.
Listen, it's a trend. It's a wave. It's a wave right now. Like, you know, so 2020, I joined TLC when I lost my job. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go work for anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, my coach wanted me to join, but I was not ready yet. So when I lost my job, I said, you know what? Let me join this company and give it a chance and see, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got my kiosk, I added the products along with my waist trainers and some other clothes that I was selling, and it sold. It literally sold. So like I didn't do it to lose weight because I was already like 145 with a
Right.
small waist, like a 18 waist. But I did use the NutriBurst, the multivitamins, and the energy. And I was telling the girls about it, and I had it in the mall, and people were buying it up because they knew about it. So it was like, oh my God, I saw this. I'm so glad I could buy it now. Like they were buying it up. So literally, my first month, I made $20,000. I was like, shit, this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Second month, I made $25,000. I was like, okay, we on to something. And that's how I got into my first storefront, 3 months later, because I realized you can really make money with this company and the products work.
Mm-hmm.
The products work. So I've been with them since 2020. I had left. I came back last year, September. Since I came back, I got my 10K ring, which I collect in July. Okay. And that's just back office because I sold products in my store as well they cannot keep on the
Right.
shelf. The people are buying it up. The products where I even gained like almost 35 pounds and I lost it using the products, no working out, waist training with my products,
Mm-hmm.
fasting, cut out all the junk, and I lost my weight. So I'm now like 140, 146 from 178.
Mm.
So it was the products. The products literally got me back on track. And I was making money. Like,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, this is it. I knew it was it already. I shouldn't have left because it had nothing to do with me. It was all the drama, all that thing going on back in the day. Um, and then everybody's like reaching like, Steph, how you doing this? Like, I want a part of it. Like, I want to join your team.
Right.
And I started to build my own team. So now I have a team of 55 amazing women
That's amazing.
who are on my team. My goal is 100, and I'm going to lead them to success. Every one of them have to make money. We're on a 30-day challenge that every one of them has to make money. And I literally created a blueprint and I put in the chat. I create content for them and I keep them inspired and hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to turn it up again this month. In the next 30 days, I have goals for all my girls to make sure that they make money. I already gave them the blueprint. They just got to go run the play right now. So
I'm
if you
here
want to
for
be
it.
on the winning team,
I'm here
let
for
me know. Send me a DM. I would love to have you. You have to have at least 150 to invest in yourself. That will give you product that you can sell on hand, and then you can also use because you have to be a product of the product. You can't sell somebody something you
it.
never tried.
That is true.
Um, and I will teach you how to make money and how to turn it into a business. And I'm telling you, you're going to make money. Like I literally have, in my bag off. It's like you could call it drop shipping, like your TLC pay account.
Mm-hmm.
My money's just sitting there chilling because it's like, it's for me, it's like my fun money. I don't feel like if you have a 9 to 5 or a business,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like your 9 to 5 check or your business money should be used to fund
You're fun.
extracurriculum
Mm-hmm.
activities. It
Mm-hmm.
should be passive income. Should be it. You should be using to get your hair done, your nails done, go on a trip, girls trip, whatever. I don't feel like, to me, your 9 to 5 and your business check is like a house that is filled with family, and one of your home people call you and say, "Hey, Rose, can I come over?" You're like, I ain't got no space. You can't come over. You can't
Thanks.
stay. I ain't got no room for you. That's how I look at
Yeah.
your paycheck, right? My business money. Baby, we ain't got no room for you to be going over here, going to Dubai, right? But if I want to go to Dubai, I just go in my account and take the money and go to Dubai.
Yeah.
So I feel like passive income should fund your extra things.
That's good.
Trips, if you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to pay off some debt, like, let that be extra stuff because your check is filled. It's nothing else that can fit in your check for you to do any type of outside activities. So when you get into passive income, you are now able to do more and create that freedom
Mm-hmm.
that you be like, you know what? If I say, Rose, let's go to Dubai tomorrow, you're like, all right, Steph, I got the money.
What's
Let's
up?
go. What's
Where
up?
we
Let's pick a
going?
date, right? But people
Yes.
can't do that because they
Yeah.
don't have enough money. They gotta be like, oh, I gotta wait till I get paid. I've been there. I don't wanna somebody give me an opportunity like, well, I can't do. I gotta wait till I get paid next week. Then you missed the opportunity. If somebody said gave you a
True.
lotto ticket and say, hey, these are the winning numbers. Give me $100. You're like, damn, I can't even give you 100. Now you missed out on a million
That's true.
because you ain't got no extra
Mm-hmm.
money. So I've been there. I've been living paycheck to paycheck. I understand what it is. I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to sleep at night, be comfortable, not turning side to side and say, okay, which bill can I skip this month and not have to pay
Right.
because I don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Or my kids ask for something like, baby, I'm sorry, mommy can't afford it right now. If my kids ask for something and they deserve it because they're doing good in school, they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
No questions asked. If I want to go on a trip somewhere, I'm like, okay, let me go because I could afford it. Because I
Mm-hmm.
don't take my business money to fund no extra shit. I don't. Like passive income is what pays me. Affiliate marketing is what pays me. My consultation business, that's what pays me do all the extra stuff. But fashion dolls, I do not play about that.
Mm.
All the extra
Good.
stuff, you should have passive income. You need more than one stream of income. So when you invest in something that can make you more money. We thought you ain't got no money, but yeah, if you look at your bank statement in the last 3 months, you done spent money on things that you could have done without. Meanwhile, you could have joined my team or do whatever else you want to do, another network marketing company or whatever passive income. You could have
Mm-hmm.
invested in that and made money every single month.
Yep.
When you done spend money at wherever else you spend money at, you're not making no more money. You're just
Yeah.
spending money. So don't say you don't have it. You do. Look at your bank account. You just spend money on things that you could have did without. You
Mm-hmm.
could have invested in something that's actually going to bring you more income. So when people say that, it's like you got money. Your priorities are just fucked up. That's all, right? Like don't say you don't have money. You have it. Your priorities are messed up.
Gotta get it fixed.
Got to get it fixed.
Definitely.
Your
Mm-hmm.
credit fixed. Like you got bad credit, stop going out then. You homegirl say, hey, let's go out. You get a new wig, get your hair done, your nails done. All that adds up. In a year,
Mm-hmm.
you know how much money? If I calculate 75, let's do the math. $75 for my nails and 55 for my toes. That's $130. Every 2 weeks, that's 260 times 12. That's $3,120 I spent for the year.
Just on
Just
that.
that's just one two my toes and my nails. $3,120.
You ain't include
What could you
hair, makeup, and all these other things.
No, that's just two things.
Mm.
So you say you ain't got no money, but your nails did. Your nails stay did. Your toes stay did. But you say you ain't got no money when you got $3,120. You
Mm.
could have invested in passive income that could multiply that times 10x. Now you could have did so much money with $3,000.
That's true.
I mean, so many things with $3,000. So when you say you don't have something, think about it for real. Do you or don't you?
Mm, that's good.
Mm.
That's good. That's good. Steph, I love it. I love talking to you, Steph. You're so dope. But we're gonna go ahead and end this so I can save this because I don't want it to disappear. But Steph, before we go, I want you to tell the people where they can follow you and tell them about your event that you got coming up in Jacksonville. And you know I'm coming. I already booked my
Yeah.
room and everything.
Yes, June 2nd, I'm having an event. It's called Party. It's going to tell people how to stay healthy while making money. So it's definitely going to be fun. It's a networking event. I'm going to have at my store on June 2nd from 4 to 8 p.m. You can find me at CEO First Lady on Instagram, CEO First Lady on TikTok, CEO First Lady on Bigo, Facebook. Everything is CEO First Lady YouTube channel. Everything is the same. And then also, Rose didn't tell you, but if y'all need y'all credit fixed, hit her up. Okay? Don't be walking around with 400, 600 credit scores. Okay? You
Period.
can hit me up too if you want to get your credit fixed. We can definitely help you because that's very important. In my whole banking industry, I've really understood people needed credit when I had to decline people all the time because they can't get
Girl,
loans
yes.
because their credit is bad.
I be in the
So
branch now,
sacrifice,
like,
yeah,
Jesus.
sacrifice, some money, get your credit fixed, sacrifice some money to make passive income. I always tell people, like, if you want to get your credit fixed, let me do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
You got $200, you got $150. Join a passive income, join my passive income business. Let's multiply that and
Mm-hmm.
now take that money to fix your credit. That's
That's
the game
it.
plan.
Yep.
Because you fix the credit, you're going to wait, you're going to get it fixed, but you're making no money. Make your money make money for you.
That's it. That's it.
Multiply it.
10X it, baby. We are
10x
fixing credit
it.
and fixing bodies.
Yes, I fix
Period.
finances and figures. That's always why I say finances and figures. I will help you. You need help with your business, starting, growing it. Let me help you. Book a strategy call with me. I would love to help you. But it's a lot of things that people are not doing because
Yeah,
of fear. You got to take that fear out of it and have faith.
that's
You got to
it.
have some faith and invest in yourself. It's gonna cost. I joined a mentorship group, $50,000. $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be scared to invest 200. I invested 50,000,
Yep,
and I was able to make it back times three,
that's
times
great.
three, and it's a tax write off. So, come on, come on. Like we buy a Fendi bag $3,500, and they're making us no money. It just parked in our closet. We barely want to use it because we don't want to mess it
That's
up.
it.
And they making you no money, no Coach bag, no Chanel bag, shoes. Like I literally realized that it's not worth it.
It's not.
I stopped buying all that stuff. I'm like, man, this ain't making me no money. It's just sitting in my closet cute.
That's it.
Like, no, I'm not doing that no more.
Collecting dust.
So collecting does.
That's me.
Like for real. Like you wear on special occasions, like no. I'm not saying you can't buy nice things for yourself, but if you know you're in a situation that you need to improve, that's not a priority. Wait
Mm-hmm.
till you want it up, make more money in passive income, then treat yourself.
I
You
agree.
know, treat yourself to something nice, but
I agree.
not when you already like one leg in, one leg out.
Right.
You know.
Listen, we gotta get the bag together. Financial literacy is so important, y'all. You have to understand how to use your money and how to make your money work for you. It's very major.
Yes, you
Very
definitely
major.
have to. It's gonna take time. I'm not gonna tell y'all you're gonna get rich tomorrow if you join my team because you're not, right? Like I've been doing this since 2020. It took time to build your audience. It's gonna take time to make money, but I promise you, if you stay consistent, you show up for yourself every single day. Because remember, people are watching you. You
Mm-hmm.
will make money eventually. Like it will take time, just like any
Mm-hmm.
business, right? It takes time. So this is nothing different. You're not gonna get rich overnight, but you will make you can make your mortgage payment or your rent payment a month or a car payment or your phone bill, like it's something extra.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it. If anybody's interested, I would love to have you on my team. Men are welcome. I want some men on my team. I want to build a team of men.
Yes.
So the next fifty people could be men.
Mm-hmm.
So men, don't be scared. You can join too.
Because everybody deserves to be healthy.
Everybody.
Why
The, I
not?
need the I need the guys looking fine too. I need the guys to
Exactly.
be yeah. I need the guys to be fine too. Healthy and
Exactly.
looking fine.
Period. I love it, Steph. Thank you so much for coming
You are
on
welcome.
and being a part of Nights with Rose. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
Yes, my love. I'll talk to you
All right,
soon. Good
bye.
night, y'all.
I thank y'all for tuning in.